Hey there, folks, and welcome to our latest classic Let's Play. We're here. This is number 5, I believe, and we're on our characters right now. We're hanging out in Prontera. On Classic, I've got a level 44, job level 32 sortie, Bali High, and then we've got Campitor here on a Acolyte. And so we're definitely going to be doing a little bit of leveling right now, and if you guys want to come hang out with us in game, you can absolutely get in contact.
Wait, well, I haven't revealed that we're on the benches yet. Get back on the bench.
Well, I mean, you gave away the surprise, but I mean, that's all right. That's okay. It's cool. It's cool, man.
There we go.
Okay, we've got some friendly folks already saying hello. We've actually been able to change the maps so that the benches that were previously unwalkable in Frontera, you can now totally walk and sit on, which is pretty fun. We'll have a little bench party here. And so M. Nicholas says sup all. I say sup back. How are you guys doing?
So where do we think we should go today, Oda?
Let me see. What level are you?
3526. I don't remember what I was going for.
I think we did Orc Village not long ago, but it is pretty mobby.
Apparently I was going for a fighting build. Okay then.
Orc Dungeon might be doable. Bylin, I think we went down to. Bylin actually wasn't too bad, Roy.
Okay, if you want to do violin, I can, Oh! Hello there. Yeah, that happened.
So this might be a good time to mention that we have a new version of No Spam that'll be coming in pretty soon. We're currently in the midst of testing it here, and that will be blocking out unwanted chat by annoying spammers.
Okay, AS4762. Let me contact GMs. Do you just blow into the mic all the time, or?
Pretty much, yes.
Okay, let's go take care of this.
Okay. Camtor just getting a little bit of stuff sorted out, but meanwhile, maybe we should be heading down to Bylin Island, home of one of my favorite monsters, the Vadon.
But not the big Vadon.
No, never big enough.
Alright. That means we need to go to Islud. Don't forget to talk to a Kaffir girl before you leave.
That's right. Yeah, I definitely had to make sure that I cleared out my inventory. I think I may still have a few things I need to get rid of. But let me let the people know here.
I have my hand on my F9 key, ready to teleport at a moment's dead branch.
Well, it never hurts if there's someone who has a priest who can help us out. We definitely appreciate that. But yeah, I might as well get rid of some of this stuff. Still got the Frontera Warp Pass. Very cool. Okay, let's head on down. Now we can walk to Islud.
You're kind of slow.
Well, hey, you know, I'm taking the scenic route. So what's wrong with taking the back streets? You never know if you don't go. You'll never shine if you don't glow.
Wow, that song really does blow.
Hey, you know, not all that glitters is gold, you know? Only shooting stars break the mold.
Should make everyone sad and sell some strawberries.
Uh, Contobel says, I need to make a classic character to join. Everyone been spending so much time on renewal trying to get my Alki to level 99. Yeah, you should totally come and join us. Like, we are, we're barely starting out here. So it really is not too tough to catch up with us. Desu Gaming says hello. I say hello back.
Hello, Desu, Desu, Desu.
Uh, M. Nicholas asked what server we're on. We're actually on our classic server right now. This is our pre-renewal server, which we should have some pretty fun stuff coming up.
Yes, in the coming weeks, we'll most likely be creating new characters to show you some neat stuff.
That's right. We're revitalizing the novice training ground. Do you want to give an overview of kind of what the map's theme is?
It's actually squirrels everywhere. Just squirrels as far as the eye can see. There's going to be little squirrel statues on every single level. And you have to give them nuts you gather from around the map.
Hello there, Nacho. Welcome.
Watch, there's a dead branch waiting for us on the inside.
Are you in?
Yeah, I'm waiting on you. Also,
I'm inside.
I don't see you because you never joined my party. You rejected my party invite. It says you're in another party. Why don't I leave this party?
I just left.
Well, okay. Alright. Did you accept or?
I'm letting it marinate.
I see. Okay. Are we inviting anyone else that will be within our level range? Because keep in mind, this character has no combat ability. And no healing ability. It's actually kind of useless to you right now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I know that.
Yeah, look at that. I hit for 30.
Here, I'll make him really angry.
You're good at that.
I like the swordsman. May not be as much of a bag of tricks as some of the other characters, like, you know, all the stuff that the acolyte's able to do. Um, but pretty straightforward, kind of like the thief, where it's like, you know, I'm just gonna do damage. You know, the provoke is pretty. Uh, there we go.
I really should take the time to invest in better gear.
Yeah, I mean that is tough. You know, it's except for like the Eden group stuff. Um, you know, it's not real easy unless you are using a guide to tell what kind of equipment you should really have at your level. Like that's a problem I have with pretty much any game that's doing uh, build guides and things like that. They usually give the end, like, hey, here's what you should be looking like at the end. But it's like, when should I apply points? You know, should I focus on agi first, or should I focus on strength, or, you know, like, kind of that kind of stuff
Yeah.
can be a little confusing. The nice thing about the sortie, you don't have to stock up on arrows like my archer on renewal. Like that's a little annoying.
Well, once your archer becomes a dancer, it won't matter.
No, I mean, you know, it has to be a hunter.
Why does it have to be a hunter?
Well, because I designed her after the art. You know, the loading screen I created. Very nice. People are getting some serious levels here.
They noticed.
Notice what?
Oh, don't worry about it. That was just a really tough Mars there. No, lots of HP. So, how'd you enjoy Guardians of the Galaxy?
It was really cool. I have to say, like, some of the humor stuff, like, it's always kind of a bummer when they have a lot of the really, like, lines that if you had never seen it before would have been absolutely hilarious. But they had a lot of really good lines in the trailer. So, you know, when they arrived, it was not as crazy. You know, it's not as funny as it could have been if we just caught in cold. But, you know, that's the thing with trailers in general.
Oh, are you talking about the prison guards who were making the comments?
Yeah, there was a little bit of that. They had a lot of funny moments in the they had a lot of funny moments in the trailer. I have to say, like the funniest stuff in the movie was stuff that you hadn't seen in the trailer. Um, the big muscly guy with all the crazy stuff on his skin.
You
Uh,
mean you don't know his name, or you just choosing not to reveal it?
I don't think it's a spoiler because he's in the art. No, I'm was never a comic book guy growing up, so I'm really not familiar with the different characters.
His name is Drax the Destroyer.
Yeah, the only Drax I'm really familiar with is Hugo Drax from the James Bond films. But yeah, I'm happy that Marvel, in sort of a world where you have most blockbuster movies being very, very, very safe, I think Disney's sort of built up enough goodwill with their Marvel movies that this is a director where kind of like the biggest thing they directed has been um, a movie about killer leeches from outer space, and it's a guy who used to work for Troma Studios. The writer is a woman writer, so it's like the first Marvel comic book movie that's been written by a woman, which is super cool. And a lot of the actors are, they're not like,
Most of them are TV actors, which was interesting.
yeah, I mean, it's not like Robert Downey Jr. or something like that. So I mean, it was like not unknowns, but not like not the best well-known people in the cast, like kind of a director who is kind of a wild card. It was in a sci-fi setting, which historically for Disney has been really like that's sort of been Disney's Achilles heel for years and years and years.
Yeah, look at Tron Legacy.
Yeah, for some reason Disney has never translated well to sci-fi. They had their disastrous John Carter. Um, I've never seen The Black Hole, but that was kind of their early attempt. Like every time they've tried to do sci-fi, it's just never hit right. And I think that's one of the main reasons why they bought the Star Wars license and George Lucas's stuff is that even Star Tours they had nothing in Tomorrowland that really fit, so they bought Star Wars. But yeah, I mean, this was a full-fledged sci-fi movie. You had alien planets, you had green-skinned, peoples and laser guns and jetpacks and all kinds of crazy stuff like that, or rocket boots. And so it was kind of an unapologetic sci-fi.
Mm-hmm.
The writer, I think she's actually she does like scientific writing and stuff like that on space. So she tried keeping it kind of realistic, which is kind of neat. But yeah, me not really knowing much about comics, not a huge comic book guy, but it was easy enough for me to sort of pick up this world and really had a good time.
It's good
So
to
yeah,
hear.
I can definitely recommend it. Campitor and a group of us actually saw the movie, and halfway through the movie, I turned to him and I said, "Hey, are there enough spaceships in this movie?" And the answer was no, never.
What do you mean halfway through? It was in the final climactic scene where they had all their spaceships on the screen at once,
Every spaceship in the movie.
and they employed apparently half of a small city in India.
Yeah, the thing about the Marvel movies is that they always have like 10 minutes of scrolling is all the studios who are working on the visual effects.
Well, most of them, if you noticed, were like, oh, okay, Canada, 12 people, Europe, 10 people, Southern California, another 10 people. And then it hit the Indian studio, and yeah, there's a good chunk. Most of the animators, who did an extremely good job, by the way. were based in India.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense. Getting some outsourced stuff going on there. But yeah, it's very weird because the main story is presented pretty seriously, I'd say.
Mm,
I mean, you have Ronan the Accuser, a war between two civilizations, and Ronan is a renegade. Ronan the renegade Ronan.
they had a planet that was made out of a skull of a giant.
Oh, that was amazing. Also, maybe spoilers. I don't know.
I'm I'm fairly sure it's not completely a spoiler because it's not really part of the storyline, just a scenic thing.
I like to think that that is actually what's his face from Transformers the movie.
Cybertron?
No, no, the Orson Welles. Let's see. Transformers the movie. It was. He was kind of like a Galactus type. Um, Man, Leonard Nimoy was in there.
There's
Oh,
actually
sorry, Unicron. Unicron.
there was actually a lot of guest actors that were in Guardians of the Galaxy that you never spotted. Nathan Fillion was in there as a prison guard.
Well, see, I wasn't looking at Nathan Fillion because I was too busy looking at Lloyd Kaufman, who is kind of like the guy from Troma Studios. And by the way, Stan Lee is in that movie. Like, I don't want to blow your mind, but Stan Lee does make an appearance in a Marvel movie.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but whatever.
But yeah, the movie was definitely it was kind of a love letter to 1970s sci-fi. Like, not necessarily like a Logan's Run, but definitely like a Star Wars kind of adventure. You have Rocket Raccoon and Groot, who are sort of your Han Solo and Chewbacca, respectively.
Uh, the kid was the chosen one because he got the highest score on a video game.
Yeah, I think you have a little bit of the elements of 1980s sort of Flight of the Navigator,
The Last Starfighter.
Last Starfighter. Yeah, I think that's totally fun.
By the way, it totally wasn't that way. There's a different origin story.
Oh, Star-Lord?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. They had a really good video up on the website Comic Vine that went through the history of the character. Uh, and yeah, it is very, very different. But yeah, definitely appreciate Disney taking a relative risk here. It throughout the movie, I thought, this is a weird movie, like in a good way.
Yeah, no, I described it as awesome or magical.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
But there was an enhancement word there before that I probably shouldn't say on the stream.
There was a what?
Enhancement word.
Enhancement word?
Yes, that was so awesome, but instead of so, it was foul language.
Freakin'?
Closer, yeah.
Frackin' awesome, perhaps?
Uh, no, I'm not lighting people's water sources on fire.
Also, I have to say, gosh, Chris Pratt, holy smokes. You know, Chris Pratt has had a very, very nice year for being in like family family approved um like big budget movies.
Well, he's also in Parks and Recreation.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that definitely got him he was in Her. I guess he was in Moneyball. This guy's done all right, you know. He was in Zero Dark 30. Oh yeah, totally was in Zero Dark 30. You know what? He's got a good agent. Cause yeah, I'm looking at that. He was in he was in the OC, the TV series as Che, Strangers with Candy. That was very cool. You know, he this wasn't like a Ryan Reynolds where I'm not a Ryan Reynolds fan. Like, you know, I watched parts of the Green Lantern. It was just real meh. Whereas I think Chris Pratt struck a better balance between being kind of a snarky character, but also having like believable motivations and some pretty good emotional parts there.
Hey, it's not like I have the ability to kill anything down here. I might be able to take out plankton on my own, which I can.
Well, you know, he's picking up all the items, so that's nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's for the good of the group.
Yeah, maybe you're not really able to do much down here.
We'll see about that.
That's a nice thing. This map is pretty safe, so like we can actually head down a map, I think.
If you want to.
Yeah, let's try it out. We'll head down a map.
Okay.
We just have to watch out for those mermaids.
Well, something's hitting me.
I love where there are hydras that you can't see where they are. Yeah, this one's right on the portal.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, maybe we just won't stand next to the portal. Well, let's see how we do versus the monsters here.
Are you going to come out here, or?
Yeah, I'm here. We're having a KE fight.
Maybe we should have gone to Geffen or Amatsu. Because that shout sure is wrong.
Hmm. It'd be nice if we could just adjust that on the fly, so we wouldn't have to do a maintenance.
Unfortunately, not. It seems very dead down here. Like, where are the monsters? Okay.
I think it's a larger map, but the spawns are probably not really adjusted for that. Okay, these things are taking a little more damage.
Sure are.
Oh, this Magnum break does nothing.
Well, yes, it's a fire attack against water monsters. You need a lightning blade of some sort. Or wind, I believe.
Wind.
Yay, I love old.
Grats. Man, looking at the release schedule for the Disney and Marvel movies that are coming out, it's like every year for the next 15 years there will be a new movie.
Yeah, no, Marvel has it planned out for a long time.
I think 2017 for the next Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes, but we are also probably going to get another Iron Man or something soon.
I think there's going to be a Planet Hulk, or yeah, Planet Hulk's coming out. We've got Avengers 2, which is one of the next things. I wonder if that's going to mean new attractions over at the old Disneyland Resort. I mean, they have to, right?
I do know they have Meet the Marvel characters for their cruises. They've been porting a lot of the Marvel characters over to the Disneyland cruises. I remember they were featuring Captain America on one cruise. They had like Thor or something.
I mean, it's sort of like on the one hand, it would probably be smart for them to do a Star Wars themed land, especially because that Episode 7's coming out next year.
Maybe they'll convert one of the warehouses into a Star Wars themed thing like they did for Tron. Because they were betting on Tron.
Oh yeah.
For those of you who
Well,
don't know, in Disney's California Adventures, they converted the whole area around Monsters Inc. into this Tron-esque attraction where it's supposed to be you're attending the party inside Tron Legacy.
oh yeah, yeah. That was the Electronica.
Yes. And then they had an arcade open where you could play all the old arcade games, and it was supposed to be the start of a new franchise, or I guess continuation of an old franchise. But it was supposed to be their big new thing in the parks, and it just never took off.
Which is definitely a shame. I think Tron definitely was, an enjoyable film, not without its flaws. I'll definitely say that.
They've had more luck with it being Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, I mean the Alice in Wonderland, the Mad Tea Party is actually pretty fun. It's smart from a park operation standpoint. You want to have something keeping people there after dark,
Mm-hmm.
and especially for like a teenager, college age demographic.
Well, no. This is not teenager. This is college age and above because one of their biggest things there is they sell lots of alcohol. They have 2 bars next
That's
to
true.
the Alice in Wonderland party.
I've never had any of the drinks there. I'll usually go to the Trader Sam's, as you might imagine. That is my go-to.
Mm-hmm. Not many tiki drinks there. It's all mixed drinks, but not like your kind of mixed drinks.
But yeah, the music, the covers they do are usually pretty decent.
Mm-hmm. They have local garage bands doing things.
Yeah, that's a fun thing is they have a lot of local bands who are playing in Tomorrowland or at the Tea Party thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I certainly wouldn't mind seeing more Marvel stuff come into the parks. Actually, I kind of think that there's a reason why that hasn't come into the Disney parks yet, except in a very limited way. I think Universal may still have rights to a lot of the
Yes.
Marvel
They
stuff
have the comic book
for the
island.
rides.
Well, no, they have that whole island in their Islands of Adventure that's based around Marvel. Which was kind of awkward when you're in Florida, staying at Disney World, and then looking up and finding, oh, all the Marvel stuff's at Universal? Okay.
Well, it's that's the thing is like before Disney got smart, or before Marvel sort of uh, made the deal with Disney, they sold their rights to everybody. It's like
Well, no,
Fox.
Marvel wasn't owned by Disney at the time. This was Marvel.
Right, right, right. No, no. What I mean is like the way that they sold their properties kind of piecemeal.
Mm.
It's sort of like 20th Century Fox owns the Fantastic Four,
Uh,
so that's why they
well,
couldn't
not
have this.
all
Uh,
owns. They have the
or they
license.
have the movie rights, or
Yeah, same thing with X Men, which is why we're going to continue to be bombarded by X Men every X years. Cause
because they're not on Disney's schedule, of
right.
course. But
Yes,
that's
Desu
Fox,
Desu
right?
Gaming. That is the club you're thinking of, where it's like a 10-year waiting list to even be considered. I'm fairly sure they just weigh your wallet before they let you in.
Yeah, I mean, Disneyland is already a pretty expensive place. Like even people who are super fans will admit it. But Club 33 is a place that is like even more than that.
I remember there was once a raffle for a 1 day access pass to Club 33, and people were going crazy for the ability to get in just even 1 day.
Yeah, it's basically like Rapture in BioShock or something like that. Just like a crazy elite place. But right, yeah, 20th Century Fox has the Fantastic Four, so that's the reason why in the Avengers it wasn't the Skrulls who kind of invaded Earth. It was the Chitauri or whatever those guys were. So it's really interesting just how all that split up, and I'm sure that Disney once those. Well, actually, no. That right now, that's the reason why Sony made the new Spider-Man movies, even though they're kind of terrible. Is they don't want to lose the rights.
Yeah. We've
So it's
seen
like
Uncle Ben die more times on screen.
he's died. Yeah, it's ridiculous now.
There's no spoilers for a Spider-Man movie at this point. There's.
Yeah, I mean that was spoiled in like 1970 something.
Are you talking about the '70s Spider-Man? Because that was a terrible movie.
I'm actually thinking of Japanese Spider-Man.
Ah, okay. Where he has a mech?
Of course. What was that called? Leopardon. Leopardon is the name.
Mm. I don't like the fact that we sit down for 9 hours straight a day.
If I could have one of those desks where you are actually just standing up at it, I think I'd actually be okay with that. Like, some people really do say that that is better for you. Like, that probably would be way more healthy, just like standing up at a desk. Like, we used to do that in our architecture classes.
Well, drafting design desks are meant to be stand up at too.
Hmm.
Because they're at the angle and you're supposed to have the light and the slide rule.
Yeah, and if you need to, you can just sit on a stool or something.
Mm-hmm. We used to have a lot of drafting design tables at home.
But
Well,
it's
two.
easier to stay awake.
especially when you have the bandsaw waiting for you.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. 9 hours straight? Dang. Hope you guys don't get blood clot. Like,
No, actually, since Oda goes running every day, he's gonna be okay.
ooh. And of course, I don't have a magnifying glass.
Isn't the Holy Light quest just an item turn in? Yep, it is just an item turn in.
Yeah, all you need are the items. I mean, we could go hunt for that stuff, get you that quest complete.
I think I. Oh, I think they're about to give it to me.
Oh, perfect.
I need 3 more job levels though.
Okay, I mean, you shouldn't be that far away. Got too much weight.
You should be ashamed of yourself, Oda.
No, always, always, of course.
Why are we whispering?
Yeah, you're the one.
You started it.
Okay, so at Universal's Islands of Adventure, you've got the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, which I definitely like to. Yeah, why don't we go a level deeper?
Bam! Also, all the monsters are in the center. If you didn't know, they are all here and waiting.
But actually, you saw the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, did you not?
Yes, it's actually a lot of fun. Although the rides meant for very small people.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know how much land they have to work with compared to like a Disney World, but would you say that their park land is smaller than the average Disney park?
They're actually bigger than the Disney parks here. In Florida,
Well, I mean, definitely
there's a
that.
lot more land for them to work with.
It's just swamps.
Yeah. But no, the issue was
Pretty much Florida, I imagine it's Disney World and then like true detective land.
no.
Just like horrific bayous full of murderers.
Not so many murderers as much as tourists. Just
And
filled
just
with
like
tourists.
hot and humid.
Yes. It is humid.
I don't think I'd want a Cat in the Hat ride. Especially if it's based on the Universal movie. Yeah, there are a ton of monsters in the center area.
Yeah, they are. They're all here.
Right here, right now, this is where monsters wanna be.
Well, what it means is that people who are playing are just doing the outer circle like we did.
Yeah, I think so. Oh. Yeah, apparently they have on the train that leads from one Harry Potter park to another, they actually have like a special film where,
Yes.
like depending on which way you go, it actually
Well, that was ingenious on their part because they're doing half of the Harry Potter stuff in one park and then the other half in the other with the train connecting.
and you got to pay for both.
Right. So it's 100 tickets per person per $100 per person per park. Not 100 tickets.
Whoa. Really?
Yeah.
mean,
I know
it
because
seems
I
like that
paid.
too.
I paid for that.
A true gentleman.
Yeah.
Um, is there one that you would recommend over another?
I honestly only experienced one because we didn't go to the main Universal Park because we didn't want to pay.
I mean, that's kind of the nightmare of Orlando, right? Is like, well, I normally would only go to one, But since you're already here and you're trapped,
Well, what happened is the stuff being built in the main park wasn't finished yet. They hadn't even finished the train, so there's
that's
really no
really
reason for us to
fantastic.
go there. So
Oh, yeah, that's true.
we did wander through Parkland, though.
They have a Jurassic Park land?
Yes, it's on the Islands of Adventure, and it's supposed to be the atrium of the research center. You know where there's the hanging T-Rex skeleton and the like.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then they have little like almost learning displays at the bottom, and there's little picture opportunities where dinosaurs have wrecked research cars and the like.
Y- That's one problem I've kind of had with the Universal parks is like they don't maintain the immersion as totally as the Disney parks tend to. It's like, why would you be going on this tour? Stuff's already getting wrecked up.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I remember I went on the Jurassic Park ride.
Oh
I
yeah,
guess I guess it's what 20 years ago.
we did do the sci-fi drive-in diner like you suggested.
Hmm.
It was fun. We did a walk-in, so normally we'd have to take one of the side tables,
Uh-huh.
but we went early enough that we were able to just get a car.
Oh, that's awesome. Honestly, that's probably my favorite dining experience. Like, I think we actually went like 2 times because I was just like, I would really want to go back.
It's a very different experience than California. In California, most of the dining options you don't need reservations.
This one, I think, because everybody's sitting in there
No,
for quite a long time.
everything in Disney World you need reservations for.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know how murdery these Obians are.
They just want to walk in our world.
So yeah, mermaid hearts. If you guys need these for woe, I've got one. Yeah, I was very very jealous of the Florida trip. I think that sounded like a real good time.
It was
Sometime.
super expensive.
Oh yeah, I don't doubt that. I've got a I've got one coming up that's oof.
We wanted to do it before we started to get too settled down with bills and life.
Yeah, travel when you're young.
Next year, we're looking at just driving up to Northern California and staying with my aunt and uncle.
Are they actually in like the Bay Area?
They're near Sacramento. If I remember correctly, he has a house at a ranch for some reason. He
Oh, that's
was
awesome.
he was a rural veterinarian, so he specializes in farm animals.
So not a rural juror,
No,
a rural juror.
he just specializes in farm animals. So he mostly takes care of horses, cows, barn cats, sheep, turkeys. A lot of turkeys up there.
That's super cool. Yeah, uh, took a short vacation to the Bay Area, and that was quite a lot of fun.
Mm. It happened at last.
Oh, you finally died?
Yeah, it took a while.
I've never been good at making the transition from like hoarding obsessively the red potions, where it's even like, well, even if I die, it's fine, as long as I'm not spending more red potions. Making the transition to actually buying pots has always been real rough. I mean, I've got the Zenny on this character, but it's right. We're just cautiously cleaning stuff out here. Yeah, I'm sure there's a grip of Obunes. Yeah, Jurassic Park: The River Adventure. Like I was saying, we had gone on it one of the first like weeks actually, or one of the first days it was open. It was a huge line, and um,
Oh, you mean the log flume ride?
yeah, it's basically like a short log flume. But it was like the greatest theme park
Yeah, it was
We
pretty
did
epic.
something
This was
bad.
like 94, 96 or something like that,
Yeah,
right?
20 years ago. But so what happened was, before we all had cell phones, we thought that like half of our group, I think it was my dad and I, uh, we thought that my mom and sister had actually gotten on the ride, and like thought we saw them getting on. They did not. So we waited in line for like an hour and a half, and we got on the ride, and it's like I still don't see him. And it was pretty hilarious because most of the animatronics were totally broken on that day. Like you could tell they're in trouble when they're sending like three rafts before they're just empty. Like I don't know, maybe it'll work this time. And so you go through and you'd be like, oh no, there's a Dilophosaurus, and it'd just like be totally unmoving. It's like okay, but watch out, guys. There's a
It's because they're from the Stone Age.
yeah, exactly. But it's like, oh no, there's a jeep that's gonna fall down off of this ledge, and it's like, or not. It's actually just gonna stay up there. And so they had some areas where like velociraptors were supposed to like scare you by dropping down from the ceiling, but they were actually just like already dropped down and unmoving. So that was pretty funny. The T-Rex though, when that actually came out, that was very impressive. That was very cool. But yeah, it's a scary thing to think that and Indiana Jones, just like, oh, that was like, what, 5, 10 years? No, that was over 20 years ago when that
Hmm.
first came out.
You know, they finally removed the Waterworld show from our Universal.
What?
Yeah, it's
Wait,
gone.
no, they still had that?
They had that as of like 2010.
What? No, 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 no. I
Yeah.
can't believe that. I, I refuse to believe that. When I was a kid, that was still the Miami Vice stunt show, which is pretty rad.
Oh dear God, it's still there now.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it is. Experience a tidal wave of explosive action at Waterworld Universal Studios Hollywood. Rated #1 show. Join an adventure that surges through life with jumping jet skiers, perilous plunges, firefights, massive explosions, and an in-your-face plane
Whoa,
crash that you need to
you're
see to
clipping.
believe.
Uh,
What?
you're so loud. You're clipping.
Oh, that's
Uh,
great.
oh man, I remember when they used to have like a guy dressed as Beetlejuice just standing on the street. I've only been like maybe 2 times in my life to Universal Studios. Like I remember they still had the Backdraft attraction, and I
They,
think they still had Back to the Future at the time when
you mean Simpsons ride?
I hear that it's really good.
It was
It's
fun.
short. I
Yeah.
hear it's super short.
Um, they go all out when they do their Halloween Horror
Parodies.
Nights.
Oh, I don't get
No,
that.
it's actually really good. So they'll bring in trucks and jeeps and whatever, and they have dudes dressed as soldiers, firing fake guns all the time, with the zombies running around. It's a lot more into it than Knots gets.
No, it seems like we just got a bunch of like high school and college kids to like put on scary masks. You know what? I've got enough anxiety in my life. I don't need to go and have some people try scaring me.
No, you should do it.
Nah.
I've watched enough anime to know how this ends. You'll turn out the zombies are real,
Rats.
and then you'll fight them somehow because you will be a huge fighter with the Holy Spirit.
No, oh my God, they had an American Tail live show. I remember they used to have the animal actors schools. They had the animal actors stage. That was pretty cool.
Uh oh.
They had a A-Team live stunt show from '84 to '87. That should still be around. That should still be around, not in Waterworld.
I think Waterworld was actually removed, but then brought back.
What else did they have to put in there? Uh,
I'm looking.
okay, so oh yeah, I remember that. They had the Battlestar Galactica stuff on the backlot tour. So it must have been after 1992 or 1993 when I'd gone. If Back to the Future, the ride already existed by then. You know what? I think I do remember seeing the Beetlejuice's Rock and Roll Graveyard Review, which that sounds amazing. I love that. Now, Contobel says the best was how badly Jaws was broken. Number one bad show. Contobel, are you talking about the one in Los Angeles or the one in Florida? Because in Los Angeles, we usually have the studio tour where Jaws is kind of like destroying the fuel tanks. And
No,
the guy
I remember what he's talking about though. A lot of the times when you drive through, Jaws just wouldn't show up, and the poor driver would have to go. I guess he's shy today, folks.
No.
Yeah, that happened multiple times.
Like the King Kong, I remember being pretty cool. Like the studio tour, it's like a classic kind of thing. Like, they do the parting of the Red Seas and the flooding thing. Like, that's just really cool. But apparently they used to have a kind of like a Jungle Cruise version of the Jaws ride in Florida. Like, somebody posted up a video which is really awesome. It ends with the skipper blowing up Jaws with a grenade launcher, which that sounds like that must have been a fun ride to work on.
Yes, this is the original Ragnarok Online. You can find us at playragnarok.com. We are based out of United States. However, we do welcome users from all over the world.
That's right. We've got people who've that's one of the things that I really do like about RO is that we have people who just from all different parts of the world just have met up here.
Yes, actually. We're hoping in a few weeks to have a glorious stream that we should not talk about until then.
Well, no, I mean, it's going to be about the training grounds, right?
No, the that request the user wrote in about. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
What? Huh?
The guy who wanted to visit us?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I hope that's going to go forward. Because that would make a good stream.
That'd be very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, if she's level 45, you want to invite Zenich?
Okay.
I mean, we're at about an hour in, but we can go a little longer.
Yeah, we can go till 6.
Hold on just a second. I think they may be doing other streams. Please don't let me die.
Oh, Oh, and you hung up on Skype. That's weird. Okay, so Oda and I are no longer talking. Our renewal server has several thousand users at online at any time, somewhere between 2 to 4,000 depending on time of day. Our classic server will often have 7 to 800 users online depending on time of day. Oda is checking with the other CM team members to make sure they don't need to use the streaming room. Normally we book it in hour blocks, but usually it's just free so we can continue to stream as long as we want. However, if another CM needs to use the room, then, well, we're going to let them. Okay. Oda says we can keep going. He's going to be calling me back in just a moment. The Skype crashed? Okay, Otis. You sure you didn't unplug something or something like that? Wow, you are messing with the camera in a major way. What? Wait, is it recording the call? Ah, yeah, you need a bigger hard drive. Well, maybe look at the installed programs. There might be a couple games from that streaming session, or if you guys take video on it. I'm actually talking to myself. Since you guys can't hear myself, it's kind of Fight Club-ish. Except I talk about technical details. Uh, no, it's not like that. I don't think they can, which is great. You should probably just reboot your computer. You said memory or hard drive space, because you've said both now. Well, if he's using hard drive space as temporary memory, that could be your issue, especially if you have something that's been running with a memory leak. Did you reboot the computer before you started the stream? Yeah, why don't you reboot the computer, because there's probably something with a memory leak that's running. No, Oda's not here at all. You don't believe what he says. Seriously, reboot the computer. Oh wow, we've killed all the monsters. Let's abandon Oda's character. You do realize you're still on camera though, right? Yeah. Yep, this character is totally a damage dealer. You know, I will wear everything out. We went north. Want me to call you, or are you going to call me? Poison spores are valuable.
Get going now.
Welcome back.
Hello there, guys. Good to be back. Hopefully, won't have more dying Skype.
Skype did not appreciate what you did.
Nor should it.
Skype knows what you did last summer, and it's going to tell on you.
Oops, need to mute that.
Tired too.
It's rough doing the stream when it's like late in the day, like we've eaten lunch.
Well, plus, you know, we both tend to wake up a little bit earlier than most people.
Oh, that's true. Thank you for the heal. Ooh. Sega profits halved as market for package games softens. You know, I think we should totally do barbershop. I think that might be right up your alley.
The the movie or the singing style?
Another singing style.
No, thank you.
'Cause we've got a date tonight at 8, so meet me down on Main Street. Please don't be late, don't make me wait, just meet me down on Main Street. We'll take a ride on an old horse car, I'll buy you a chocolate bar, and you'll be the sweetest girl by far down on Old Main Street.
I don't think acolytes have res.
Nope.
I'm dead.
Well, I mean, we just have to wait until we can get a priest run.
Oh well.
You will be remembered.
Or I can just, come back. Oh. Did not mean to go in there. Kind of regret not getting popcorn yesterday.
The popcorn there was not good.
Yeah, but there's
It was like-
something.
It was sub Disney popcorn.
Oh, that's sad.
I don't know why, but every time I go, I always get like the real burnt stuff. Like you get a lot of popcorn, but
Well, while we were waiting in line to be let into the theater, since we arrived a little bit earlier than you, the entire concession staff was lined up at the counter, kind of just staring at us with a manager standing behind them, waiting for the floodgates to be opened.
it's like I know you nerds like to eat.
Yeah, well, I can't
Well, you're
judge.
not wrong.
Yeah, I can't judge the other people there. I mean, you and I went to the Rift Tracks version of Starship Troopers.
God, that was so good. Which, by the way, this month, mid-month, we're gonna do the Godzilla movie.
I'm not so interested in that.
I know there's no spaceships, so no interest there.
Well,
But
it's more of the not really interested in Godzilla. So
well, don't worry, this has nothing to do with Godzilla. But I was actually thinking of going to the August 19th one for that.
you're not going to do the Doctor Who premiere special?
Probably will when that happens.
That's the 25th.
Of August?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll probably do that.
they're
I
doing
appreciate a good Doctor Who.
who?
When?
What?
I mean, I feel it's so weird because Karen Gillan showed up in the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes. Do you know which character she was?
Yes, I did not notice that until like I got home and was reading the reviews. I was like, oh, okay.
Well, her head's shaven, so
Without the red hair, like,
yeah,
that's her defining feature.
it's the trademark.
Yeah. I mean, besides her extreme beauty. But I mean, a lot of Doctor Who people seem to show up as like villains in American movies. Like Christopher Eccleston, of course, showed up in G.I. Joe, and he was also, I think Eccleston was also the bad guy in Thor: A Dark World.
Sure.
And it's too bad because it's like, I mean, it's fine, but you really want to have these guys like talking more. Like, if you're gonna have Christopher Eccleston, like he was, you know, like that he was the first Doctor I ever saw, really. I mean, besides Tom Baker and like the couple episodes I caught when I was a real little kid. Yeah, Constable, I have to say, as someone who started off, like, my first character was a thief rogue, but my second character was a battle Acco. And it was like, it was a long road, but when you get to Monk, it's actually a lot of fun.
It was a long road.
Getting from there to
Yeah.
here.
Okay. Was it your time? Was your time finally here?
See, this is why I wish I was controlling the video, because then I would just be playing the karaoke right now.
Let's see.
It's been a long road,
1 second.
getting from there to here.
I'm trying to see if this is the right one.
No, that's too high. It's too high of a register for me to do.
I'm trying. There's
I've got faith of the heart.
there's an advertisement on this.
Yeah, you're probably looking at the exact same video I am. Yeah, what a baffling choice for a Star Trek intro, right? Like, I understand you don't want to just do the these are the voyages, but good gravy, man. Like, they could not have been running farther away from it being a Star Trek series in that first season, where it wasn't even called Star Trek Enterprise. It's ridiculous. That just makes me angry.
Wow, this is a real terrible version.
Yeah, it's
No.
like MIDI.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
can't.
you want to invite Barnetta?
Oh, sure. We'll see what happens.
Probably have a
They
couple
are
people.
in a party already.
Actually, I'm level 46. Am I out of range now?
I honestly don't know. You aren't out of range for us because it still allows us to do even share.
Oh, Mizuno always says they've got a Sons of Cobalt cap.
No, I'm okay. I still love naming that hat.
Yeah, one thing we were joking about in the theater when they were talking about the Doctor Who thing was like, oh, they say that this one it's not going to be romantic, so the people who usually write fan fiction, they won't be like, come on,
No, they
come
will.
on, come
They
on.
will.
It's like they would see this as a challenge. It's like I imagine Sega. They're like, you know what? Sonic and Mario go to the Olympics. We finally created a game nobody can write fan fiction about. Thank goodness. And then like a month, like a day later, like, oh, what have we done?
What have we wrought? Oda only thinks he's becoming Japanese. He thinks he's becoming Japanese. He really thinks so.
Da, 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 da.
I like how the more we talk about pop culture, our viewership goes down.
Sorry, I'm listening to some Third Eye Blind here.
At least it's not Matchbox 20.
A lot of those 90s songs, you don't realize, like, everybody knows the choruses, but like they're trying to do almost like a rap, like very quick lyrics,
Mm-hmm.
like
Where did you come from? Where did you go?
Ladies.
No, where did you come from?
Where did you come from?
Where'd you go?
Where?
Where? Cotton Eye Joe. Yeah.
Something else to get me through this semi-charm kind of life, baby, baby. I want something else. Not listening when you say goodbye. Do 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 do. See, I can't even see my character now.
Well, it doesn't help that there's two swordies standing right on top of each other.
Hey, I'm wearing a helmet. You know, that should be very easy to differentiate.
Well, so are they. Did you see the sign?
Open up my eyes.
I saw the sign.
Oh God, we should do that.
As a
See, I wish
karaoke?
I wish that this did not have a lag. Then you could actually play it, and then we both could sing.
I'm not sure how to disable the lag because they
I
were.
think some of it is kind of built in.
No, it was literally something that Mike and Tony set up back when they first started. But I don't know how they did it.
Because I really want to do some Weird Al karaoke.
Oh, that was probably not the smartest move.
Did you go down one?
Yeah, I didn't mean to.
That's a little dangerous.
Yeah.
Maybe not that dangerous.
No, it's dangerous. There's fens and marine spheres and nasties down there. I deal 1 damage when I hit things. Although my DPS can't get any lower, so that's whatever. Fine, let's go downstairs and when we wipe, we're done.
I think I could probably do an Amish paradise.
Living in an Amish paradise. Turning butter once or twice. You're living in an Amish paradise. Oh dear God.
And you guys went downstairs?
Yeah, and
Oh God. This is a nightmare.
yeah, this is.
Walk through the valley where I harvest my grain. I take a look at my wife and realize she's very plain, but that's just perfect for an Amish like me. You know, I shun fancy things like electricity. Oh, yeah, okay, we just died.
Ha! I'm alive.
And I've been milking and plowing so long that even Ezekiel thinks that my mind is gone. I'm a man of the land. I'm into discipline. Got a Bible in my hand and a beard on my chin. But if I finish all my chores and you finish thine, then tonight we're going to party like it's 1699.
Turning butter once or twice. Amish paradise.
I turned butter once or twice, living in an Amish paradise. Yeah, I'll probably do this for a karaoke sometime. Oh, I'm alive again? Oh, okay.
Not for long, don't worry.
Really don't care. In fact, I wish him well. Cause I'll be laughing my head off when he's burning in hell. But I ain't never punch a tourist even if he deserved it. An Amish with a toot, you know, that's unheard of. Never wear buttons, but I got a cool hat, and my homies agree I really look good in black, fool.
That's what the Amish were actually rebelling against, was buttons. Fun
Yeah.
fact, when we made the 15th, 16th century costume,
Mhm.
I had to make something like 3 dozen buttons.
Maybe I shouldn't attack this marine sphere.
Yeah, no, let's...
Well, let's see what happens.
Nope. Nope.
I'm fine.
Are you sure you're fine?
Oh,
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah. Oh, Finn's gonna murder me.
yep. Buggy, churning lots of butter. Raise a barn on Monday, soon I'll raise another. Think you're really righteous? Think you're pure of heart? I know I'm a million times as humble as thou art.
That's totally not an ironic line at all.
It's getting dangerous.
What do you mean getting?
I mean, you died, and I died, so actually, yeah, fairly dangerous. They usually have something where monsters automatically die when they get too close to, Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this is really worth the XP yet. I mean, we're still alive, so that's nice. Oh, okay.
I have a cotton shirt and a club, 3 slotted.
Oh, that's rough. Yeah, like for me, I've.
Oh, hey, I can go do the Holy Light quest now. Perfect!
Where does it take place?
Frontera Sanctuary.
Oh, cool, cool. I'm provoking you, jerk.
Oh, someone just got hit by a water ball.
Did you say Wonder Ball?
Water ball. So we're coming up in 5:30, and this is kind of our end time.
No, the Overlook Dungeon.
Yeah,
Oh, that's what they're talking about.
yeah, it exists on Renewal.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
We can't really do the bigger monsters on Classic, but we can do something like that on Classic. I can get Devious.
I think I came up with a name for the Overlook.
Oh, we can't add the monsters to the Classic server.
Yeah, it's too bad there's no shenanigans that can be done for that.
I can make something like it, but I'm not sure.
But we don't have new monsters, right?
Yeah.
But no, we're adding new stuff to Classic that should be pretty fun. That is not gets us around some of those things. So what do you think? Maybe head back into town?
Yeah. I'll go do the Holy Light quest, and then we'll meet back at the benches, because we're cool.
If anybody's got a Frontera Warp,
You didn't grab your Frontera Warp Pass?
Is that was that the one that just opened up?
That's the one I did.
Well, I'm gonna go in then. Ooh,
Where'd you end up?
Frontier in.
So yeah, that's not so bad. No, you're supposed to get your Frontera Warp Pass from the Cafe Girl.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Totally forgot I got that.
yeah. That was one of our improvements to the Classic server. Ability to always go to Frontera. Okay, I'm looking for the cleric.
Well, I was simply thinking about everyone.
Really, you were?
Yeah, exactly. I'm a humanitarian. A humanitarian.
Okay, I should now have Holy Light. Yay!
So I'd like to thank you guys. Thank you guys very much for watching our stream. Unfortunately, Giant Vedon does not exist on Classic yet. I certainly wouldn't mind bringing him in the future. Yeah, we actually didn't die that many times, but I'd like to thank you all for watching, and we'll be on Renewal next week. And thanks so much for watching.
Yes, have a good night, everyone.
Take care.